Mister, there's a kid I was born with, a twin brother who held me close since conception. A boy with a linebacker-like stature, but who chooses couches and video game cables over anything live action. I hung off his shoulders in adolescence like the glasses off his button nose. I swear, there is not a beautiful poet on earth who does not hold his soul in their prose. But mister, there's also a street we grew up on. Harsh, salty, sour with bitterness and swollen from Lil Man's misplaced contempt. There's the streets caved in from bullets, paved in by teddy bears and candle wax from pushers and soldiers and brothers. There's the streets stolen. Like Cabrini Green Project walk-ups. Stood up and tall one day, the next shook, choked, and shot down in vain. All soul left in its drugged up ebony imperfection, lying only rubble in the street for days, like it was an intended target. And I'm scared for him, mister, to grow up like this, because he isn't the stereotype. His gait, speech, and swagger is different. But he limps like every other black man because of the ankle chains he's been given. So despite his difference, he looks like the man you said doesn't belong here. He looks like the man they chained and they brought here. And he looks like the man you had eventually forgotten when his servitude didn't serve you the right way. So you placed my brother's hands behind his back, but your badge to his face. Was it not enough then when he turned to you to say, mister, don't pick on me, please. I'm ashamed to be me. I won't yell, I won't fight. I'll put my hands where you can see. My skin convinced you quick, but did you ever stop to think that the dark scares me too? That I see my reflection and I scream just like you? So when the man dropped his wallet and jumped on the train, there was no way for me to give it back unless I looked through. And you think I'd steal pennies when you withdraw from me daily. Whatever I have, you take it. I do nothing here but lose. Every place feels like prison. So what's the point of me living? I exist just to convince white men that black can be truth. But despite what I do, your perception doesn't change. So each day my bruises just get blacker and my body stays naked. He pleaded with you, mister. This kid and twin I grew up with, but he was convicted guilty at birth and never able to prove his innocence, so he sits in the cell after accepting his sentence with battles unfought and the brave brothers committed. And you say these men are short-minded. You say they got fixable problems. But you don't understand. What did not kill them stopped breath. And living right ain't easy once breathing gets harder. They're caught up in a system and they can't fight against it. You tell them it's not real when real steel keeps him locked in it. Keep blaming imagination and keep faking the truth when the same red flag on which he bled for white rights refuses to tourniquet his blue wounds. God bless your America, massa, with red blood, white rights, and blue wounds wavering tall over American-born brothers.